Folks, it is that time for WPF Week 8, where we are facing off against Tiro, coach of the Columbus Cobalians, and he has a very threatening team. Iron Bundle, if you guys don't know, is the Omni-Terra captain, and it's also the kill leader for the entire league. So we have a very interesting team we're going up against with some good bulk and some heavy hitters as well. If we do manage to win, we pretty much secure a spot in playoffs, but if we lose, then it really comes down to a whole bunch of other games, and it also comes down to our game against Starfish in Week 9. With that being said, let's check out the team. Up first, we have Electrode Hisui with pretty much a basic stab set, Volt Switch obviously to get in and out, and I think this mon just off rip looks really good. It's able to take care of a lot of things that underpace it, and the only things that really handle it are Cinderace and Iron Bundle with a speed boost or Dragalge. Up next, we have Hudson, the Slowbro Galar, making his return, I think, since like week 4. But this is just going to be a pretty basic AV set, just being able to take a hit from Iron Bundle, and also being able to take some hits from Dragalge, from Diancie potentially, or maybe that Electros. Up next, we have Hariyama, which is going to kind of be the same conceptually as the Slowbro Galar, just AV to be able to take some hits, although it doesn't have regen to be able to keep its longevity up. We do have Drain Punch, though, and some pretty decent utility moves in terms of physical offense, just to be able to scout for items with Knock, take out a Diancie with Heavy Slam, Earthquake, or Dragalge if we need to, so pretty decent coverage overall, but we can take basically one hit from a Specs Iron Bundle. So that is what the set's function is. Our Terra type for this week is going to be Water, and I feel like we've been using a ton of different Terra types on this mon, but I think Water is really nice here to be able to take some hits from Iron Bundle as well as from Cinderace, and I think Terra Blast is going to have very solid coverage across the board versus a lot of different mons. The one thing that really does stop us is that Tauros and maybe the Corviknight if it gets like a boost up. But other than that, I really like it versus the whole team, just from a defensive and an offensive standpoint. The Wacky Mew set this week is going to be SD Reversal with Salac Berry just to be able to get that boost. I really like it versus a ton of the team. The only thing that really stops us is a speed boosting Iron Bundle. But I feel like that's not going to show up just considering the fact that Specs looks really good into this matchup. I really like SD and Salac Berry though, just to be able to get that boost, and I feel like Reversal plus Ice Spinner has enough coverage to take on the rest of the team. In kind of a similar vein, we have Agility Dragonite, which I think is really cool. If we can Agility, and then maybe the Iron Bundle comes in to revenge us, and we roost off, we can live an Ice Beam or a Freeze Dry pretty easily, and then proc that Weakness Policy, and we'll go to town from there. Same with Diancie, same with the Dragalge as well. So we have a lot of things that we can potentially set up on, and the other things that don't really proc our Weakness Policy don't hit us for a lot. That Tauros isn't really going to do a lot, that Crocodile isn't going to do much either, same with Corv and Cinderace, so I'm really excited to see if this set works. With that being said, let's get on into the match. Very interesting team. The Brambleghast is something I didn't expect. No Diancie is also very interesting. So Dragon Pulse would have been the play over Surf, but honestly that's not the biggest deal. I really like the ability to just Volt Switch, potentially with this. Terra Water King Gambit also looks very good here. So I feel like this is pretty okay for the most part. I will say this Mew is looking kind of fucking crazy, I'm not gonna lie. I think it looks very nice here. Especially if I can chip that Brambleghast. It's gonna be very cool. Galekafon versus Tiro. I actually don't know him, but seems like a very competent battler. And I've seen him pretty much through Gen 8 and like a lot of Wi-Fi stuff. So seems like a pretty solid coach. Interested to see how this all goes. We're in a little bit of a pickle. Obviously Volt Switch is the play. It just comes down to what we're going to go into here. I'm going to Volt Switch. Nothing crazy. It's not going to deal a lot of damage, which is pretty damn understandable. Something like a Draco Meteor probably does not a whole lot versus that Slowking, and so or Slowbro, sorry. And so I think it's pretty easy just to go out into this. He could get up spikes. Draco Meteor, it misses. That's tough. That's pretty tough. I'm gonna use this as an opportunity, honestly, to just click Flamethrower here. I really don't see a problem with that. Psychic looks good, but I'm guessing he just goes Corv, to be honest. Draco comes out. Wow. That's going to do a lot. And I think that actually reveals that it's Specs, which is super interesting. So Flamethrower comes out. We get a little bit of chip. And that means that we can go into something like Master Koga to be able to take a hit. From there, I feel like Knock looks pretty damn free. And we can force some stuff back out with the Slowbro. So I'm interested just to go into that. He withdraws. So I wonder what he goes into. Frankly, I don't see a whole lot of problems. Master Koga comes out. And I feel like clicking Knockoff looks really, really good here. If you do Zen, then I basically get a ton of damage on this. If you want a U-turn, that's cool. And from here, we get to knock off an item, which is really, really nice. That looks to be banded, though, I will say. Tauros comes out. You can Intimidate, that's okay. That's pretty fine, to be honest. Knockoff, I'm guessing it's going to be Helmet or Lefties. Helmet. Okay. That's fine. So this looks to be a pretty bulky Tauros, in which case it means that I can probably just go into Slowbro and just see what this thing goes for. And then we can maybe scout from there. Or if anything, I can just click Drain Punch. Honestly, getting chip on this looks pretty fine. If you want a Wave Crash, that's going to be some pretty decent chip. It is going to kill. From here, it honestly doesn't look like the worst idea to just go into this, or to potentially just Volt Switch with this. You withdraw. And I'm guessing you go into Bramblegast or that Dragalge, which I think is pretty fine. You go Dragalge. Specs is very interesting, I will say. But just being able to go into the King Gambit here and gut off like a Kowtow Cleave or something like that looks really, really nice. We do get our Supreme Overlord, which is pretty good for us. And I feel like I just want to get this as an opportunity to Terra. Is it going to be the Tauros? It's going to go into the. He's going to go into the Corviknight, which I'm pretty okay with for the most part. Pressure does come out, so no Mirror Armor, which I'm guessing doesn't affect us. And let's see how much damage we do to this Corviknight. So we deal a ton to this thing. Wow, that is a lot. I'm pretty down just to go Kowtow Cleave again. I could also potentially SD. I'm down to just do that. Ooh, okay. This is fast, which is very interesting. How much is a Body Press doing at +2? It's not going to do enough to us to really put us in range of anything. If you get up to +3, let's see. That is where it starts putting us in range of stuff. So I really just want to click Kowtow Cleave here maybe, and then SD again. We always have that Slowbro in the back as well, which is really, really nice. And that means that I can just Flamethrower this for a very solid amount of damage. If you want to Iron Defense again, we are going to put this thing below half, which is going to be nice for us. Body Press. That's super interesting. That's super, super interesting. Let's see if a Dragonite does enough to this thing. It doesn't look like it does. Electrode should be able to do that. So I'm just going to click Kowtow Cleave here. Yeah, I don't think it's the end of the world. You Body Press. So we're going to lose the King Gambit, which is a little bit unfortunate. But I kind of like the win cons that we have in the back, to be honest. So we're just going to go out into this. And let's say that Dragalge does come in. I'm totally down to just click Chloroblast or Leaf Storm or something like that. Super strong. You withdraw. So I'm guessing you go into that Dragalge. You go into Bramblegast. Bramblegast is actually really interesting here. Let's see. I'm kind of down to just see what this has, to be quite honest. Infestation. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, I think I'll just Volt Switch. You want to protect? That's okay. I feel like I just want to click T-Bolt then. In that case, what are you going to go for? You get paralyzed. I mean, I guess, you know, you use it once. Okay, nice. That's pretty nice. If that Dragouge comes in, I feel like just Volt switching into that Slowbro is really, really big for us. Wow. Okay, so that's something I never expected to see. The Brambleghast does go down to this Hisuian Electrode. That is a 1v1 that I never thought I'd win, to be honest. So that Dragouge is going to come out. And I feel like we actually have a really good chance with this Mew here. So I'm just going to click Volt Switch. And I'm going to get in that... I'm going to get in that Slowbro. Draco comes out. So this is going to deal a lot. In fact, it will kill. But with that being said, I always have this Mew to go into now, which I think is going to be super, super cool. Now, I guess something that is interesting is the Tauros going to have Aqua Jet? I think that's the one thing that might put a little bit of a dent into this set. But that's okay for the most part. You want to Intimidate, that's fine. I'm just going to click SD here. Ooh, I might just want to go into this Raw, to be honest, and just click like a T-Bolt. We're not going to be dealing a lot back to this thing, so I think just going into this Dragonite is not the biggest deal. Wave Crash comes out. That's fine. So we'll take some chip. I think I want to click Agility on a potential Corv, or I can click T-Bolt. So I think what I'm going to do is click T-Bolt, and then I guess I'm going to have to bring this back in on something. You want a Stone Edge? Wow! Holy shit. Okay, so Agility, I guess, was just straight up the play. Wow. Because how much was an Aqua Jet doing? An Aqua Jet was definitely still killing. I'm trying to figure out how to bring this back with Mew. I think Endure actually really works against the Cinderace and the Iron Bundle, assuming one isn't Scarfed. Iron Bundle does come out, which is pretty okay. Is it speed or special attack? Wow, it really is speed. Okay, so that might be the game in that case. I think the game might be a matter of diff from here, which would be pretty big for us. But we do always have a couple mons in the back. And so from here, I think what I want to do is go into this. How much damage is he going to be able to deal to me with this? Is he going to go for a Hydro, or is he going to go for an Ice Beam? I think I'm just going to get an SD off. And let's just see if we can go for a game here. Oh, he's Terra Ice! That's what it's going to be. Oh, we just lose 4-0 then? Oh, it's Terra Water. Okay, well, he has to miss. He has to miss. Okay, he lands. In which case, Reversal was... It still wasn't going to kill, to be honest. Yeah, okay, so we did just lose in that case. Good on him. We're going to endure. We're going to at least show off the tech, right? You want a Terra Blast? That's pretty cool. Man, speed was something I really didn't expect, but it's something that I guess you really was able to take advantage of here. Salic Berry is going to come out, but it's really not going to matter. It's going to be a 4-0 loss, and to be honest, that's going to put us... Ooh, that's going to put us in 9th place. So we're going to have to win with some pretty big diff for next week. I'm going to click Reversal. I'm guessing he outspeeds, of course. And he's going to Terra Blast. And that's going to be GG to T-Row. So the 4-game win streak goes away. And now we are back at... I guess we're actually at negative diff. But it's unfortunate. Not really unfortunate in terms of prep. T-Row definitely played really, really well here. So shout outs to him. He's actually going to go 3-5 now. And he's going to go -2, which is really good diff for that record. So again, GG's to T-Row. Go check his side out. Go check his prep out, because I'm sure he was building some spicy stuff up. And he brought some really solid stuff. But with that being said, I am going to see you guys next week for WPF, where we take on Starfish in a must-win battle. We really got to win this one. So be there.